Hey, let's get started. So, welcome. It's Monday, Thanksgiving week. Hopefully, that's a that's a good one. I got um, family in town, so yeah, lots of for an introvert like me. Sometimes I can feel a little bit challenging with all the. This is double-edged sort of like it's super exciting and fun to have everyone here, and then there are days also when I'm just like, oh man, that's a lot. So anywho, and then also this morning I had an experience where I had my heart, I had an echocardiogram and ultrasound of my heart because I'm going in for an ablation on December 18th. And that's been a really interesting experience for me. Just this, I've been a lifelong athlete and have always enjoyed a really healthy heart. I don't think I'm in any major danger of like a heart attack or cardiovascular. I don't have cardiovascular disease, but there's definitely some misfiring of my heart muscle, which they believe they can fix with an ablation. So it sounds pretty standard and all that. Anyway, as I was sitting there sort of watching my heart on the monitor, and you could literally see the arrhythmias that I've been experiencing happening like on the monitor in front of me. It felt a little bit like a surreal experience, and it was just a good reminder to just keep coming back to right here, right now. I'm okay. Everything's good. And I think statistically, my odds of recovery are really, really good. So I don't want to over dramatize that. And at the same time, there's this, that's life, right? We all have stuff like this. Maybe it's physical or health related. Maybe it's relationships. Maybe it's our jobs, how we make a living. There's always something that's looming, down the road. And so I thought of this Eckhart Tolle quote here. Most humans are never fully present in the now because unconsciously we believe that the next moment must be more important than this one. But then you miss your whole life, which is never not now. So like that notion of life is never not now. So even the thoughts we're having about the terrible things that may happen in the future, they're happening now. And if we can remember to drop into that place and just be like, oh, this is what's happening now. So what do I want to do with this? Then that's usually the way out of whatever discomfort we might be experiencing. So here's the time traveler's map here. It's either, we're dabbling in the past or the future. And my goal today is just to drop us into now for a few minutes. And yeah, it's easier said than done, but let's give it a shot. So close your eyes, get comfortable in whatever chair you're sitting in or wherever you find yourself. See if you can just sort of meld with whatever's holding you up and notice, just sort of drop into the sensations of being supported by the chair, the ground. And of course, there's also your muscles and your bones, your spine, your rib cage. It's all there to support us. At the very top of that apparatus, of our spine and our musculature, is the head and our brain. And that's where most of us spend most of our time. So between the ears, time traveling. So the invitation the next few minutes is to simply be aware that that's the tendency of the brain. It's going to want to manufacture some kind of story and images based on the past, probably about the future. See if you can just become aware of all of that happening in the skull, between the ears. It's not a problem. It just is what it is. Feel into that other aspect of consciousness, which allows you to notice that, yeah, there's the brain, it's thinking, there are the eyes, they're fluttering and seeing, the ears, they're hearing, the skin is sensing. See if you can become aware of all of that happening in this moment. If that feels too abstract, you can focus on breath and start off just by the sensation of breath. So the belly and the chest expanding, contracting. See if you can notice the sound, body breathing. And see if you can visualize cool air entering the nostrils and warm, moist air being expelled by the lungs out of the nostrils or your mouth. Because breath happens repetitively, we get confused and we just assume that each breath is the same. They're actually completely unique and distinct experiences. And so, see if you can really be present. This next in breath and the out breath. And that's the thing about being present is it's always about returning back to now, because the mind invariably attaches to stories about the future or gets lost in the past. So it's really just about coming back to right here, right now. This is what it's like to be, to exist. And there's nothing wrong with time traveling and going into the future, reminiscing about the past. Key is just to know that you're doing it when it's happening, to know that the mind is doing it, that you don't get confused about the fact that thinking about the past or the future, it's always happening right now. Depending on what's going on in our lives, being in the moment and appreciating how everything's okay in this moment can be really hard. That pull into the future, pull back into the past can feel really, really strong. that doesn't change the fact that it's always just now. And this is one of these really, really foundational skills that for some reason nobody teaches us any of this stuff when we're kids. Certainly, I never learned it. So it's a really good skill to practice, just to take a few moments a day and remember this is what's happening right here, right now, and be able to tease apart what's happening now versus what's just a mental idea about what's happening. Take a deep breath in through the nose, long, slow out breath through the mouth. Just letting it go and just noticing the sound, the sensation of air passing out of the body. And then hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. In through the nose and out through the mouth. And hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's do one more. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Open your eyes. Come on back. Um, yeah, I don't know. Remember, maybe throughout the rest of your day, see if you can hit the pause button every once in a while and just experience have that full on experience of like it's all just happening right now, and whatever's going bouncing around your brain, see if you can orient where that sits on that continuum of past and future. So anyway, I hope that was helpful. See you tomorrow, everyone. Have a good one.